Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. It is about to be time for our election, so let's see what the results are. Excellent. This is very good. We get a big... Oh, yes. We get our righteous government. So, we have 213k from high legitimacy loyalists. I'm just going to make sure that that continues. It looks like we're getting loyalists every day, so that should be good. So, that is wonderful. We're continuing to improve relations with Afghanistan, who we just conquered, and with the Trucial states, who we conquered a while ago. And then didn't improve relations with, because I did not have my stuff together. Let's see. Infamy is still pretty good. We can get a free reform of the government. But honestly, I think our current government is exactly where I want it. So, at this point, it's just waiting until... I could extend an offer to the local governors to fight. But honestly, their opinion is going to improve a lot over the next year. Is that going to help me? I think it's... I don't actually know that it is. So let's just go ahead with homesteading, and if we want to fight the local governors, we'll fight them. Yeah, I think they're weaker than ever, so now's the time. Actually, no. I'm going to wait, because these ticking loyalists are really, really going to make a revolution untenable. This is actually going to help us a lot. We're going to see this number go way down, I think. I hope. Revolution in Nigeria. We'll see. Interesting. So far, a lot of the European states' colonial empires are kind of collapsing, particularly with this whole situation going sideways in America. Although it looks like America, the dictatorship of America is winning over the autocratic monarcho-fascists. Oil. Let's see how much oil we're selling. Not that much. In fact, virtually none. Hold on. Someone's going to want to buy this oil, right? Yes, quite a few people want our oil. I'm going to sell this oil. And you know what that means. It's time to drill, baby, drill. Nope. Hold on. 4, we'll do 5 levels in Mosul. 5, we'll do 10 levels in Nuristan. And we'll do 5 levels in Basra. And then we'll do another 5 levels in Baghdad. Everyone wants oil. Let's drill. This is actually really good. We're positive on our finances are doing well. We should have enough fertilizer at this point to switch over these other farms. Wonderful. And that's made them much more productive. Fertilizer is still basically affordable. So that's very good. We have France's... You know what? Let's do a defensive pact. Save me from myself. And by myself, I mean my governors. My local governors. Get them out of here. Help. Oh, city of plenty. The most prominent members of Bosnian high society have been organizing luxurious parties in the new and lavish urban buildings. Marble walls, shimmering stone, the noise of people coming and going brings the city back to life, and we didn't even know it was dead. Tall buildings cover the sunset, kids play with bricks, smoke blends with the clouds, a distant bell announces the next train. Progress is coming. What is... Cool. Upper classes have very solid standard of living. So, once again, this, for those of you who are just tuning in or have forgotten, this is a bet event, I can just get 10% more loyalists on the upper and middle strata, or I can say the party will never end. This gives us a bunch more, but increases the minimum expected for the upper strata for 9 years. So I'm going to go with the second one, because I just love having a lot of loyalists. We are actually probably ready to continue to move towards more steel frame construction, but we need more glass and steel mills to do it. So let's go ahead and build up about 8 levels of steel mills in Ankara. And then in terms of glass, we'll do the same. We have plenty of infrastructure available in Ankara. I'm going to intersperse these on the construction queue. As soon as I get my stuff together, I will, at least. Oops. I don't know if this is a value-added behavior, but it is something I'd like to do. We have a lot of diplomatic plays going off right now, including French Republic versus Gobier. Which is the only big one. And after that, we'll switch over basically the Ankara construction sector. And that will help things out a lot. For now, though, we're working on a bunch of oil rigs. No rush. We'll continue to build up. We're actually really high up. Oh my goodness! Scotland! Oh my gosh. Scotland! Communist Scotland? That's bananas. Communist Scotland, run by the industrialists and the petit bourgeois. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Oh my god. No, I'm sorry. We have to be friends just for the memes. This is incredible. Oh my god. So the British Republic truly is collapsing. They incorporated parts of Ireland. Are you tolerating the Irish? They are. All right. Well, good for the Irish people. And for Britain, frankly. So, active research. We just finished out war games, which is really going to help out with our army because wargaming adds a new production method. And I'm going over here again looking for the ground stuff. So I think we can let go of... Oh, defense in depth is what unlocks siege artillery. That is spreading to us. I'm actually very tempted to go ahead and grab this. I think I am. It's only going to be about a year. And then we really need to start working on text. I think Open Hearth process is going to be really useful for increasing our overall situation with just a bunch of things. With construction. Construction's the situation. We can also get extra construction sector throughput through reinforced concrete. And then let's go ahead and discover electricity. Is there anything we need in society? I think we're doing fine in society. We're really low in society, honestly. Ooh, corporatism is really good. -10% radicals from standard of living decreases in accepted cultures. That seems really strong. And then camera would be really nice for the extra prestige. But I want electricity real bad. Let's get those first. Corporatism, camera. iBanks give us max number of companies. Don't necessarily need that. Reduced urbanization per urban center. I don't know why that matters. Yeah, okay, so we'll do that, and then we'll do Open Earth process. electrical generation, and then reinforced concrete. And then we'll reassess after that. I discovered mutual funds and didn't switch my stuff over, so let's go ahead and do that. Can't do anything with the farms, but I can switch over the vineyards. That's going to be good. This is going to overall increase my number of capitalists, and I think what that's going to do is it's going to increase reinvestment back into the economy. Oh. Yeah, we'll exempt some areas. If I go to auto irrigation, will that make these more profitable? Yes. Yes, it will. We're doing it. Do a promotion. The local governors demand the promotion of Brigadier General Kemaleddin, touting his history of loyal and effective service. So many medals adorned his jacket that one could scarcely see the fabric beneath, but it was not yet enough. Chest puffed out with pride, the general smiled as he imagined the look on Kara Osmanoğlu's face when the lieutenant general learned of his imminent ascension. The rivalry was legendary among the officers. At last he would have his due. I'm going to give him that promotion. This is going to make my local governors a little bit less unhappy. How much longer have I got for this? I don't know, but we got our defensive pact with France. Let's go ahead and... Well, how are we... Local governors are at +3. They're still at -4 from... Let's get a happier song here. So we got quite a bit of radicals. We are... But this should be shifting. I think it is. I think we got quite a few more. Yeah, we got about 500k from high legitimacy. So I think we can go ahead and do this. Oh, but there's a movement for commercialized agriculture, which the rural folk would be happy about. But the rural folk are in the government now. No, this is the one they petitioned for. So I think that's the way we gotta go. Let's go ahead and reduce the autonomy of the trucial states. Hey, there we go. Now they are a dominion. So how much longer until we can reduce Afghanistan's? 3 years. All right. So that shouldn't be fine. That should be fine. There's oil in Yemen. What about Montenegro? Can we reduce autonomy here? We can. And they accept as well. Very good. We still have a very small amount of infamy left over from when we puppeted Afghanistan. Sind is very upset with us. Let's go ahead and improve relations with them. It's not going to matter all that much in the short term, but it is going to be important in the long term. Let's keep our relations with Bengal good. And there's the revolutionary movement. They're only at 52, though, which is actually really good for me. I can basically ignore this. I mean, I'm not going to ignore it because it's going to pop a bunch of events, but it's going to be better. Oil in Khorasan. So, how are things looking with oil now? Russia wants some oil. Oil is pretty affordable. That's very good. I hope we'll continue to do stuff. Excellent. Learn drafting. Good luck. It's ultimately a very small number of states. I'm not concerned about it. Our number of loyalists is continuing to increase. I'm hoping that might actually push this below the 50 needed to be a radical movement. We'll see, or a revolutionary movement. We'll see how that goes. ultimately, the movement is actually radicalizing very few people overall, especially compared to my high legitimacy government here. So I'm hoping that that stays the way it is. Spanish exile, very cool. Ersatz food. Struggling people in Ottoman Montenegro have been desperately trying to get their hands on any food they can. Dire warnings of a turnip winter have been spread throughout the region. Last week, all we could get was pig's feed. This week, I'm not actually sure what this stuff is. Is that sawdust? Use the food substitutes will fill people's stomachs. Ew, mortality. Try to increase local food production by any means. Reduces civil war progress. Reduce agriculture tax income. And increase agriculture throughput, or we can't do anything for them. Which increases civil war progress and reduces throughput. I'm going to do the second one. We'll get increased. We'll get reduced tax income to increase food throughput. I don't think that's going to be. I don't think that's going to impact our finances hardly at all. We have one agricultural building there, so I think that'll be fine. Local prices. Huh. I need to figure out more about how that works, but for the moment, I'm not gonna. Still building a bunch of oil wells, but we're nearly done building a bunch of oil wells. Come on, let's get another success. Almost there. 2 weeks. We're also continuing to eat through our credit, our used credit, which is very good. I'm actually quite pleased about that. I am going to start outputting more construction capacity eventually, but for now, we're just going real slow. Dissenters break ranks, a stall event. To outside observers, the rural folk may appear firmly committed to the idea of homesteading, but behind this facade of unity, discord has long festered. Now, a clique of dissenters have finally had enough and have officially broken with their fellow members over the issue of the reform. For how long have we stood together? How many times have we lent a willing hand your way? Yet our own concerns are left unanswered, our own desires left unmet. If we shall not be heard here, we shall be so elsewhere. You can say splitters, may the devil take them. This weakens the rural folk and reduces enactment chance. Loosen the purse strings, perhaps we can lure some of them back. This is not that much money, but on the other hand, I could offer them custodianship over a new draft. This increases success chance by 5%. It does give us one setback, but I don't think that's actually going to impact things a whole lot. Because again, I really don't foresee this revolution popping off in any meaningful way. The movement is too weak. When you have a hammer, General Hayrullah Karaosmanoglu, noting severe unrest in Ottoman Montenegro, has proposed using the army to suppress agitation in the area. While his political allies support him, there is heavy risk to following his plan. It's simple. We have an army and there is an enemy. Let me deploy my men and do what is needed. The enemy shall be vanquished. That is all there is to it. Reprimand the general and reject the plan. He's demoted to major general. Interesting. Or we must use the tools we have to solve the problems we have. Percent chances of civil war progress. I'm gonna. Well, how do the armed forces feel about me right now? They're feeling quite good. I'm gonna reprimand him. It's gonna make the armed forces unhappy, but I can live with that. Can we continue to sell oil now? Yes, Scotland has a market. Hey, Scotland, do you want a trade deal? Not yet. What does your market need? I'm sorry, some of you may be noticing that I have an extreme bias towards Scotland. Okay, they need tea, they need engines. Can't probably provide engines or coal, but I can definitely provide liquor, fruit, and tea, and wood. So, we'll send some liquor. A bunch of places we can export liquor to. Tea. And wood. Oh. A lot of places need a lot of stuff, it turns out. And then fruit. We were going to sell some fruit in Scotland. Am I crazy? Anyway, you can also sell it in Java. And that should be good for business. As you can see, this number is kind of going down, so I'm feeling pretty confident. Let's sell oil in Java. In the interest of the nation. Stressing the importance of staying up to date with recent military advancements, the government has proposed sending Arif Karam Osmanoglu on a military fact-finding mission to the French Republic, a thinly veiled plot to distance the quarrelsome general from his increasingly insurgent supporters. At the approximate moment when the steam lifted away from the mirror, it dawned on him that the general might as well have asked him to find snow in a desert. Had that realization come earlier, he might have had the good sense to just say no. Saying so now would only make him out to be a fool. Have him pack his bags, actually pack them for him. Minus 5% Civil War progress. Extra radicalism. Minus 2 government approval. Drops all assignments and becomes busy. Or funding him to gallivant around Paris, no thank you. This makes them stronger. Ooh. I'm going to gamble here and do the second one. We're already in drafting. The art of doing nothing, an advance event. Though previously opposing the homesteading laws, Zia Akbash is considered the rural folk's political position and instead offers support. While speaking with constituents on matters of law, one must first master the art of appearing to do nothing. While you do everything behind whispers and masked men, indubitably. Welcome their support. This makes him stronger. Who is this guy? Akbash, who are you? You are the agitator and the industrialists. This gets us 10% success chance. Or keep a sharp eye, they're up to something 5% success chance in nasty rumors about him. I'm fine with having a free trade movement. This is not causing hardly any radicalism. I welcome his support. As you can see, our finances are improving, and our number of loyalists is going up. So this is also actually very good for us, this ratio progressing here. And this is all because of our righteous government. I will say one thing that's a little bit... I understand why it makes sense, but it is hard in this game to have a righteous government under a limited franchise, because you're like halfway between the clout-based and vote-based methods. A fort in a sea of anger. Mobs have surrounded an arsenal in Hudavendagar, threatening to seize the arms and munitions stored within. While the guards are staving off attacks, for now, if no relief is sent, then the arsenal will fall to the insurrectionists. I couldn't sleep last night. The commander refuses to accept terms, and firing continues from both the... Tech tree? Dial it back. I'm just kidding. So this lets us make synthetic plants. We're not going to use a lot of that, because we've got a lot of dyes around here. Firing from both the arsenal and the emplacements that now surround it continues. After one loud blast, I sprung out of bed and went into my knees to pray. Pray as I have never prayed before. A relief column could escalate the tensions a little, or a mob could be emboldened by a surrender, but we need to take that risk. I'm going to do the first one, reduced Civil War progress, which is very good. Again, I need to get success through this process. Oh, been a minute, glory to the Queen. Now we have open hearth process spreading. We're almost done with defense in depth. So this will unlock a new type of artillery. We got an oil in Mosul. I'm going to say freaking do it, nerds. So let's take a look at our armies. Siege artillery. So shrapnel artillery costs 3 ammunition, 3 artillery. Siege artillery costs 4 ammunition, 4 artillery, and 1 radio. Oh, I had no idea. Is anyone producing radios in the world? I don't think so. Alright, so that's... So, I guess I needn't have rushed this. So, new plan. After we get electrical generation, we're going to go to telephone and then radio. Kaboom. Come on, voting. Alright. Farmers Co-op's champion... Farmers Co-op champions homesteading. Seeking to eliminate the need of middlemen by bringing together farmers, laborers, and shopkeepers in a cooperatively owned business, a newly formed farmers cooperative in Kordofan, desiring to improve the lot of their constituent members, they've used their considerable local influence to push for the enactment of homesteading. Each family had come together, whether they made shares, picked fruit, or tallied who sold what. It was agreed that the best chance of a future was to wrest control of where everything went. Fruits and furniture would stay under everyone's reach. Vegetables and vanities would be sold at a fair price, with fair splits going to those who stocked the shelves. There would never be much, but nobody would go hungry either. Peasants influencing Constantinople. How quaint. 10% enactment chance, or laud their model of business as a vision for tomorrow's future. Rural folk get stronger, rural folk get stronger, and then a bunch of loyalists in Kordofan. Yeah, we'll do the second one. The loyalists in Kordofan are not that big of a deal, but having strong rural folk is good for me. There's defense in depth. This unlocks the siege artillery, but obviously I can't do that until we've got... Oh, Carlos Manoli retired. Cool. Is that going to mess up any of my armies? Just going to make sure you guys are defaulted to attack so that I don't find myself in a goofy situation later. Cool. Alright, we're looking good. Oh. Army of Constantine needs another guy. You're okay. Brigadier General Positivist Armed Forces, you can get a promotion. Fevzi Koshale. And then Rafit Kaproyu, you're a reformer with the local governors. I'm not going to promote you. The Feminine Order of Kars. A group of women affiliated with the Sunni Ulema in Kars have founded an organization with the purpose of arranging medical and material support for anti-government revolutionaries. The hateful tyrant Osmanoglu has no authority in our temples, no place besides our God, said the veiled woman on the stand. We do not recognize the laws of man, for they are as fallible as the men who create them. We cannot afford to make martyrs of women, 10% civil war progress, or crack down on women's religious institutions. Reduce dependence income and state penalties from turmoil are increased in Kars. Kars is where? Showing up here, but hold on. Here. Interesting. So this is a Sunni majority state in the Caucasus. You know what? I'm gonna go with the first one. I don't like suppressing women. It's not a good look, fam. It's 1910 for Pete's sake. All right, beautiful. So these expansions are continuing. I'm going to go ahead and activate steel frame for another construction sector. Hey, Bengal, you fool. Where'd it go? Bengal. Propose. Ooh. They accepted. Wonderful. Alright, so we have a rebellion in the Trucial States. Let's, I'm not concerned about this. We'll go ahead and put one army on it. We have a couple of different fronts here. They all seem silly. Only going to need the one army. The mob approaches. Belligerent crowds have been getting increasingly provocative when confronted by troops and fars. Hardliners in government are demanding tougher responses, while doves are calling for troops to stand down as the first hopeful step in de-escalation. A whiff of grape shot saved the day once, and it can be done. And it can be done again. And I'm telling you, I'm telling you, we need to show strength now. Strength! Ha! Bullets are an admission of weakness. We need to talk, show we're not afraid. That's how we'll get them. Disperse the crowds by force, 50% chance of radical pops, 50% chance of reduced civil war progress. Or order the troops to stand down. I'm going to order the troops to stand down. Because no chance of radical pops, and like 5% civil war progress doesn't really matter to me. It's going to go down the next time the thing ticks. Because it's over its limit. It's at 57% progress, and its maximum is 53%. Come on, homesteading. Excellent. So we're nearly there. Significant import route for steel. Glass is still not as good as it could be. But we're still building a lot of these. With that having been said, I think another round of glass works is probably the right call. We've got... Oh, we don't have any labor in Western Thrace. Well, that's all right. We've got plenty available in Aleppo, so we'll do 10 levels there. That should smooth things out. Over there. And now we have troops on a front in this zone. We have Prussia going after the South German Federation once again. And we'll see how that shakes out. But we'll have to wait until next time, because we are out of time for today. It is the end of 1910. We're continuing to push forward, slowly trying to eclipse Italy as the primary world power. Friends, it has been a wild episode. We'll see if a revolution happens, although I don't think it will happen next time. But for now, I have had fun. I hope you've had fun, and I will see you all on the other side.